Hello, my little hillbillies. Here's what we got. I know that I'm throwing a lot of work at you. I don't feel bad. I really don't feel bad. But what I'm going to show you is some Second Continental Congress information, because I know you're all freaking out about that. Our Second Continental Congress is on September 22nd. If I go to the website and I click on Second Continental Congress information, click me, takes you to this. This document talks about what's going on just before the Second Continental Congress. So we go from the French and Indian War to the Proclamation of 1763, the Sugar Act, the Stamp Act, the Quartering Act, the Sons of Liberty, no taxation without representation, effigies, boycotting, smuggling. We get into the Townshend Acts, the Boston Massacre, the Boston Tea Party, because of the Tea Act, the Intolerable Acts. We get through a lot of content, okay? And then it takes us to here. The spring of 1775. The battles of Lexington and Concord have just happened. Now, it seems violence and war is inevitable. Well, it should say are inevitable. Or is it? For some time, the colonists from the 13 colonies, you guys, meet at a First Continental Congress. Nope, we're not doing that one. We're doing the second one. Because after the battles of Lexington and Concord, the Congress finds out they need to meet again. And that's where we get involved. Okay? So what you're going to be doing is the following. You are going to reenact the Second Continental Congress with me. It's going to be fun in the Media Center. In Philadelphia. We will discuss some of the same problems the delegates faced in Philadelphia. You're the delegates. We will assume the position of decision-making for our own individual colonies. We're the ones making the decisions for our colonies. We will read some of the letters the delegates actually received during the meetings. And then finally, we, the Second Continental Congress, the delegates, will determine the fate of the 13 colonies. Now, if you look at this, you notice that you're all delegates from different colonies. I know there are 61 of you in the grade. There are 56 people here. I added some people that were important at the time. So just go with it, okay? So these are the delegates from each of the 13 colonies. This is the room where they met in Philadelphia. We're going to watch some John Adams HBO, and it's going to look a lot like this. It's called Independence Hall. This is where John Hancock sits. I'm George Washington. I can kind of do whatever I want. So, our Second Continental Congress meeting. If you want to know what it looks like, you can click on this little link, and it's a short little video that shows you previous Second Continental Congresses. What we're going to do is the following. On September 22nd, when we meet in Carpenter's Hall, Philadelphia, the library, come in costume. We respectfully ask that you dress in your finest colonial clothing for our meeting. Powder your wigs with the latest scents and colors. That's how they spelled colors back then. And in your breeches and dress shirts. Generally, what's the case is this, okay? Boys, they wear like long white socks, black shoes, baseball pants, a white dress shirt, and a blue sports coat. And the wigs and the tricorn hats, you can get that on Amazon. It's pretty good. Girls, what generally happens is they wear boots or black shoes, long white socks that come up to your knees. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm tired. Black leggings. And then a dress shirt, a white dress shirt with a sport coat. Just borrow a friend's sport coat or a parent's sport coat or something. And then, you put your hair in a ponytail and it's fun. And then you wear a hat. You can look at pictures. You don't have to purchase this stuff. But ye old Amazon.com has it. Make signs, effigies, that thing in my classroom that's above my couch. That's an effigy of me. You could burn me an effigy if you really want. Print pamphlets to give out to your sister colonies. Your job when you show up to the Second Continental Congress as your delegate is to convince the colonies to move forward with your opinions and beliefs. We will meet for approximately 3 hours. A continental breakfast will be served beforehand in the cafeteria. Your parents are welcome to come. I'm sending an email. Your parents are coming. And then we're going to figure it out from there. These, I'm going to zoom in. This is how people have dressed in years past. Who's that good-looking founding father right there? This is Miss Cohen's daughter. That's why I put this in there. That's Miss Cohen's daughter. Okay. Oh, George Washington. You'll sit at each little table with your delegates. You see what I mean? You'll have some questions you have to answer. You'll get some documents you'll have to look at and read. Again, you'll have something to write with, and you'll be answering some questions. There'll be some discussion, and you're each sitting with your own individual 13 colonies. See, tricorn hats, wigs, hair pulled back. Huzzah! Oh, look at that wig! That's a great wig. So this is what it will look like when you sit with your colonies on September 22nd in Philadelphia. Now, this is on you. You have to do this. Are you a patriot, a moderate, or a loyalist? As the Second Continental Congress meeting approaches, most people wonder, you guys are the people, were the delegates mostly patriots? Were they loyalists? Were they moderates? This map kind of shows you what's going on. Loyalists mean those that want to stay with Great Britain and feel like breaking away from Great Britain is not a good idea because maybe they trade too much with Great Britain. Maybe the colonies wouldn't survive without Great Britain. Maybe they don't feel like they should fight the country that helped create them. But then you've got some patriots who are like, we can do this on our own. They just keep taxing us. We should do our own thing. Let's fight. Then you got moderates who are like, we're kind of in the middle. Like, we don't like Great Britain's taxes and the whole quartering of troops, but we really do like getting goods from them, but we don't like taxes. That kind of stuff. So you're going to have to read through this and find out, are you a patriot? Are you a loyalist? Or are you a moderate? This is on you. You got to read it. This is another map that kind of shows you where the patriots and loyalists are. Patriots are green, which is ironic because really they're the New England Patriots and they're not green. Now, you have an assignment. Pay attention. You must do this for a grade. It is the Second Continental Congress Delegate Bio Template. Huzzah! That means like, yay. You have been assigned a delegate to the Second Continental Congress that is set to meet in Philadelphia in May of 1775, September 22nd. Based on the colony summary above, based on the colonial region summary, and the biography of your 56 signers, you are to answer the following questions in a minimum of 1 paragraph. So, based on the information above about your colony, and I'm going to scroll down. Look, each colony has a history. So if you're from Massachusetts, this is important to you. If you're from Rhode Island, this is important to you. Each one, I love New Hampshire because I went to college there. Each one of you is from one of these colonies, so read the history of your colony. Okay, Georgia. You're answering these questions based off of what you read. Okay? Now, these are the questions you're going to answer in 1 paragraph. What is your name and what colony are you from? And what is your job or what is your occupation? I'm going to show you where you get this in a minute. What does your colonial history look like? So take this and summarize it. And summarize it in a sentence or 2. Okay? Try to put it in your own words. Is your colony mostly patriotic, loyal, or moderate? Look at the maps. Look to see where you're from. Look at the maps. Use the key. Look, another map. Use the key. So you have to write what you see based off of that map. Do you, your delegate, believe the colonists should remain loyal to Great Britain? This is an opinionated question, okay? Based off of the stuff that we've read in class, based off of the stuff that you've read on your own, based off of the stuff you're going to read about your delegate, based off of everything we're doing in class. Answer this question based on what you think. And then finally, what do you, it could be your delegate, but you if your own, like just yourself, what do you think would be the best way to fix the problems between Great Britain and the 13 colonies? This is good. This is one paragraph. Now, Mr. Barry, where do I find out the information about me? So there's this bright highlighted thing that says click the link below to get your delegate bio. So what you do is you click on it. I know. It takes you to this book. Now, what you'll do is you'll scroll through a little bit and you'll get to the contents. If you look, if you're from Massachusetts, here are the delegates and here's what page they're on. Virginia, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, Rhode Island, Connecticut, not old, but New Hampshire, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, New York. So let's say I am Richard Henry Lee from Virginia. I scroll till I get to page 18. 13. Oh! Richard Henry Lee! Page 18! And I read about him. Look, that's his signature. Practice it. And I read about him. Then based off of what I read about him, and then based off of what my Virginia colony history is, I answer these questions. There's technically no right or wrong answers, but M&M's. Details. Details. Tell me what you think. Mr. Barry, my guy isn't one of the 56 signers. I know. You can Google them and then find out what colony they're from and then come back here to look up their colonial history. All right? This is due the second you walk in to the Second Continental Congress. This is a homework grade. Might be a quiz grade, I don't remember. But this is due. You will have to do this outside of class. I am not giving you time in class to work on it. So it's on you. Good luck, Godspeed, and huzzah! Enjoy.